सब पीछे पीछे चलो प्लीज प्लीज चलो एक गाड़ी प्लीज
अंदर मिलेगा
आतमध्ये भेटेल चला चला पुढे इकडे चालले तुम्ही काय चलो चलो दादा दादा आगे मिलेगा नीचे रखो ना जा रहे हैं प्लीज चलो 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 दादा चलो साइड में आराम से प्लीज प्लीज
राइट अरे बैक ब्लॉक हो रहा है भैया हीटिंग का राइट में
ज्यादा वक्त तक निकाल
राइट सामने राइट
प्लीज
Who are these heroes? 1 in 10 young people today world over are affected by mental health conditions and go through symptoms in silence. Intelligent, hardworking, educated and sensitive from families like you and me who struggle to overcome mental health concerns on a daily basis. This may manifest with symptoms such as regular worrying, insecurities, nervousness, anxieties, which do not allow you to function at school or at work, or feeling low, down and miserable for no rational reason whatsoever, or getting out of bed each morning becomes difficult, or repetitive, intrusive and obsessive dark thoughts that cannot stop in one's mind, or feeling the need to consume alcohol or drugs in order to be confident and socially accepted amongst friends. Owing to high expectations of a fast-paced life, stress at work or family conflict, we all in some measure go through emotional and psychological upheaval. WHO tells us that suicide is the third leading cause of death amongst young people today worldwide, with one death every 40 seconds and one attempt every 3 seconds. There is such a dearth of awareness and knowledge regarding these hidden symptoms that most of us don't even realize that these are actual medical and clinical neurochemical imbalances in the brain which need to be treated like any other medical condition. These symptoms are not just a phase that will go away with time. Every mental health condition does not necessarily need treatment through medications, and every psychological setback does not mean weakness of character or the mind. With this awareness, understanding, and early identification comes prevention, which is the first step towards effective treatment and recovery. This prevention will lead to millions of individuals to live more productive and meaningful lives. This awareness and prevention should stamp out and negate any stigma, discrimination, or shame that allows these everyday heroes to come forth and share their stories so that others may listen, accept, learn, and realize that they are not alone in this. There are mental health professionals out there too to provide them with guidance, treatment, and a way forward, a path to achieve mindfulness, learning to live in the present moment, and bringing back meaning and purpose to their young lives with dignity and respect. I would now like to introduce to you today one of our everyday heroes. His name is Varun Gwalani, who I've had the pleasure of knowing and guiding for a couple of years. Varun has struggled with his symptoms for years, with unanswered questions, no diagnosis provided, and no treatment or intervention initiated. he found himself in a very dark space in his own mind for years on end. Despite all of this, he is a young and successful author of 2 beautifully written novels, Believe and The First Storyteller. His books are based on his struggles with obsessive-compulsive disorder and hidden meanings of life. What I admire most about Varun is the insight that he has into his own condition and the open-mindedness to address it and empower other individuals to spread awareness, eradicate the stigmas associated with mental health conditions, and instill hope to all around. I would like to invite Varun now upon stage to share his beautiful story. Thank you.
1 year, it was 1 year and 8 months ago when it occurred to me that I might actually die. And that's not some sort of, nihilistic existential death. That's an actual real death that I believed would happen. I did not think that I would live to see 2016, but I was determined that I would not give up because, like Dr. Marcus said, I had no diagnosis. I had no idea what exactly was happening to me. But I had OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, and my kind of OCD made me imagine violence and death constantly. I imagined my closest friends, family being subjected to the kind of violence and death that you only see in movies. I would step out of bed and see someone dying 10 times, and I had to experience the thought. I couldn't push it away because doing so would mean that it would actually happen. That was the lies that my mind told me. That was the lie that I had to believe from my own mind day in and day out, every single day for 7 straight years. But I still did not give up hope. I still wrote. I still tried to fight. And when I finally found out that I had OCD, I laughed. I laughed for 10 straight minutes because finally this thing that I had in my mind, finally this thing that was causing me so much struggle, finally had a name. It was curable. It was beatable. And that is the same kind of revelation that I want everybody else with this condition to have. Because with a pill this small that I have every single night, and therapy that I go through every month, I am here living, talking to you all. That in itself to me is a miracle. That is nothing short of a miracle that I can actually survive. I who could barely get out of bed in the morning. And so I swore on this book that I hold in my hand. I swore that I would do whatever it took, whatever it takes, based on this book, based on the ideas that I put forth in this book, to go out into the world and show people that their lives don't have to be over. Their lives are not over. And that is the ultimate struggle. Because I was at an event just like this just a month ago, and a 30-year-old man came and cried into my shoulder 2 minutes after meeting him because he had never heard anyone tell him openly that the things that he was going through were sane. They had a reason. He just wanted someone, anyone to tell him that he wasn't alone in the world. And I think that's why ultimately we need to speak up. Because there are millions and millions of people in India who are without care, who lack access to a basic healthcare infrastructure, who need to be reminded, who need to be told that they are not alone in the world. Thank you.
Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome here. First of all, let me thank you all so much for coming on a busy Monday evening to be with us as we launch our campaign, #EverydayHeroes. We started Empower earlier this year in May to work towards empowering individuals with mental health concerns, especially children, youth, and young adults, in the most holistic way possible. Varun's story is so inspiring and so telling. I really thank him for coming forward and sharing his story with us. The situation, as his experience shows, is really complex. We are not only dealing with a dearth and help of services, there is also a lack of awareness and understanding of mental health concerns. And as long as there is stigma, it will be that much harder for people to reach out and seek help. With Empower, we are making an attempt to address these different parts of the concern. At the Empower Center,